Mga ate at mga kuya, welcome back to Kuya Puto's channel. So our last video po, the Tim Hortons video, marami pong nag-comment, tinatanong po sa akin, Kuya Puto, can you make a video kung bakit kalahi lang nila ang ina-hire nila sa mga trabaho dito sa Canada? Yung pag-usapan natin sa video na to. So guys, it's no big secret. Walk into a Walmart, walk into a KFC, walk into a Tim Hortons, walk into a McDonald's, maybe. Yung janitor, yung general manager, yung supervisor, and all the frontline staff is all from the same tribe, all from the same tribo. Bakit nga ba nagkakaganon? So, I grew up with a lot of these people. A lot of them are very good people. Very hardworking, very resourceful. And over the years, they've made several right decisions, diba? And they've made good money and they started buying franchises. You know, they started buying into this business space. Either invested with or invested by themselves, or they have like some kind of financial stake in it. So, parang sila naging mga may-ari. Totoo yan. And kung kayo po may-ari ng negosyo, can you blame them by hiring their own people? Dahil hindi lang naman po sila gumagawa nun eh. Tayong mga Pinoy, ganun din ginagawa natin, di ba? Dahil, okay, number one, komportable tayo sa kapwa natin kabayan. Okay? Pumunta kayo sa Seafood City. Anong mapapansin nyo? Look around you. Karamihan po ng mga empleyado, Pinoy, di ba? But do you hear Canadians complaining? No. You know why? Dahil the focus is on them right now. Yung tribo nila. Okay? Pumunta kayo sa Chinatown. Karamihan naman nagtatrabaho puro Chinese or Asians, di ba? But do you hear Canadians complaining? No. You know why? Dahil yung focus ngayon, 2025, or the last couple of years, is on them, the South Asians, mga East Indians, right? And in a way, hindi ko po sila masisisi. Dahil when they're running a business, right, communication-wise, mas smooth po operation ng trabaho. And pagkabayan po ang katrabaho nila, for the most part, not all the time, but the majority, there's a built-in trust. You know, parang patag po ang loob ninyo sa kapwa kabayan. And I guess that's how they feel, right? So, can you blame them? No. Everybody else does it. Every other ethnicity does it. Pero problemang nangyayari, yung mga Canadians, they don't like it because yung pong mga customers ang nagsasuffer because it's not being run as efficiently or as cleanly or as best as it can be run, like how it used to be before. Number two, word of mouth hiring. So, meron po tayo, mga Pilipino. We have this kabayan system. Pag meron pong nag-open na position sa trabaho ng kapwa Pinoy, bago po lumabas yung official posting, job posting, na-spread na po natin dun sa mga kabayan natin na naghahanap ng trabaho, di ba? Ganun po ginagawa din nila. So, karamihan ng beses, the moment the position opens up, alam na ng buong bayan before it even gets released sa internet or through the proper channels to advertise for that position, right? Kaya, dominante po yung presence nila doon sa industries na yon. Kaya po karamihan ng beses, it's somebody's cousin from their tribe, it's somebody's uncle, somebody's mom, somebody's brother, somebody's sister, somebody's neighbor. Dahil nauunahan po lahat ng applicants even before the job posting gets posted officially online or wherever they post it, right? And this is probably the most, or one of the most controversial ones, is the willingness to accept tough conditions. Let's be honest, yung mga tinatrabaho po nilang trabaho, it's not the easiest. It's not the most prestigious. It doesn't pay that much. It's actually most of the time minimum wage, right? Karamihan lang po kasi ng beses, yung mga hinahire nila, desperado. Mga international students, yung mga newcomers, yung mga candidates, mga tao na walang masyadong qualifications or Canadian experience, right? So dito lahat ang bagsak nila. And dahil po sa desperasyon, a lot of them, they're willing to take jobs with poor conditions. Okay? Yung mga Canadians, hindi papayag sa ganun eh. Dahil, we have different standards, right? Kumpara sa kanila. Karamihan po ng mga bagong salta, especially from their tribe, they're just happy to have a job. They're just happy to be earning money. Yung mga newcomers na galing po sa tribo nila, they're more likely to accept without complaining, like all of the different conditions that might not be favorable to many Canadians, right? And karamihan po ng mga bagong salta na galing sa tribo nila, di po sila pamilyar dun sa mga rights ng mga Canadians katulad natin, right? So naaabuso po sila without them even knowing. And alam po ng mga employers yan. Okay, so isipin nyo, desperado na nga yung tao, aabusuin pa sila dahil di nila alam yung rights nila. And sa kanila parang normal lang yun because they don't know any better, right? And yung mga franchise owners or yung mga people in certain positions that are hiring these people, they're taking advantage of them. And it's disgusting and it's terrible, but that's just how it is, right? Meron pa nga mga storya na naririnig ko. You know what? Imbis na bayaran kita ng minimum wage, I think it's like $17 an hour now, babayaran na lang kita ng $15 an hour. Yeah, pero babayaran kita cash para wala ka sa payroll. So, magtrabaho ka na magtrabaho kung gusto mo. 16 hours a day. Pero babayaran kita under minimum, right? So, sa kanila, ayos lang yun. Dahil hindi nila alam yung mga rights nila. Dahil bagong salta lang sila dito, di ba? So, they're being taken advantage, but really, parang may utang na loob pa sila dun sa employer nila dahil kumikita sila ng pera. Just imagine, okay? Kung employer ka and alam mo to, ba't ka mag-hire ng Canadian? Bakit mag-hire ka ng ibang lahi? You're gonna keep it within your tribe, right? Dahil they don't know any better. And it's sad, but a lot of people are taking advantage of many people from their tribe through this method. Marami pong business setups dyan where binebenta po nila yung trabaho in exchange for immigration benefits like LMIA, paper jobs, ghost positions, or PR. Okay, so ginagawa nila, they hire within the same ethnic group, kalahi nila. Dahil mas madali i-manage, mas madaling i-manipulate yung mga arrangements na katulad ng ganito without being reported to the authorities, right? Dahil yung ina-hire po nila, mga bagong salta, hindi nila masyadong alam yung mga rights nila. And like I said earlier, they feel that sila pag ginagawa ng pabor nung employer nila, pero sila nga itself ang inaabuso, right? So, it discourages a lot of outsiders, mga ibang lahi, from applying dahil they know the job is basically already promised to somebody's cousin or somebody's wife, somebody's daughter, somebody's neighbor, somebody's ate, somebody's kuya, right? Dun po sa mga greedy na franchise owners, dun po sa mga greedy na business owners, marami pong mga grants ang binibigay ng gobyerno ng Canada for diversity hiring. And they take full advantage of this. Kaya hinahire po nila yung mga kapwa nila. Dahil alam nila, there's a lot of money, there's a lot of breaks, whether it's financial or through taxes, that they can take advantage of. From everything that I've seen, everything that I've read, everything that I've heard, both internet and in person, we can start with the LMIA, the LMIA scam factory. Okay, magalit ha? Because it seems like hindi naman po sila nag-hire ng normal na tao. Nangyayari po kasi they hire immigration clients. Yeah. Ano ibig sabihin ng Kuya po to? Yung mga franchise jobs, hindi naman sila it seems like nowadays it's not for making coffee, it's not for flipping burgers, di ba? Yung currency, yung yung palitan is for PR applications, right? Dahil makikita nyo to all over internet. Kailangan nyo ba ng permanent residency sa Canada? No, $20,000 and it's all yours. Marami pong story ang ganyan, makikita nyo sa internet. No experience required, no problem, basta may bayad. Marami pong mga franchise owners, parang binibingwit po nila. Like, they ano tawag din, they bait you with that promise of a LMIA, an LMIA, or the promise of a PR. Basta magtrabaho kayo sa kanila and, pay whatever they ask you to pay them, di ba? It doesn't, parang siyang di job posting eh. Parang nagiging auction. And if, palagay nyo na, you're a Filipino applying for a normal job, sorry, you're not part of the deal, you're not part of the family, and definitely not part of the immigration hustle. Let's be honest with ourselves, guys. Hindi lang po sila gumagawa nito. Lahat po ng ethnicities dito sa Canada na nagra-run ng negosyo, ganun din ang ginagawa. Unfortunately lang nga, yung spotlight nasa kanila ngayon. But this has been going on forever. Kung Pinoy ang may-ari, napunta na ba kayo sa Seafood City? Okay? Ang daming Pinoy na nagtatrabaho doon. Canadians can treat that the same as what's going on sa Tim Hortons, but they don't. Because yung spotlight nasa kanila. Napunta na ba kayo sa Chinatown? Karamihan po, the majority of people working sa Chinatown are Asians. Nagko-complain po ba yung mga Canadians? No, because yung spotlight nandoon sa Brampton. And, that goes on and on and on and on and on. I guess, unfortunately lang, because of social media, ganito nga nangyari, ganito ang naging resulta.